journey will arrive with our passion burning bright. Up in Spurs we arise, eyes on the prize. Victory in sight with all our might, with all our might, with all our might.
Hi guys and welcome to Thfc to like time of Tottenham past, present and anxiety future on the Ange and this is the predicted lineup show where I go over my predicted lineup for our last game in 2024 against Wolverhampton Wanderers, a team we have not great success against. Only one win in our last 5 Premier League games against Wolves in the Premier League, and it was also the first game I went to at the new stadium against Wolves 2 years ago, 3 years ago, I think now, where we lost 2-0. So, you know, we haven't got the greatest result against them. It was a wet February day. I remember it well, but the excitement of going to the new stadium, seeing it in all its glory, but going there, seeing our team lose, wasn't the way I wanted that day to go. But this is the team, guys. This is the 11 that I think Ange should pick to go out tomorrow and end 2024 football calendar year on a high, and that's what we all want. We're starting, of course, with Fraser Foster in goal. No sort of surprises there with Vicario still out, probably to the end of February or March. He's done well, Foster, since he's came in. He has stood up to the accounting. Okay, he's been a bit dodgy in some things. He's let in a few weird goals, especially 2 against Manchester United. Okay, he let 6 in against Liverpool, but he did pull off a couple of good saves against Southampton, against Nottingham Forest in that game. He has proved he can be counted, but he hasn't been perfect. This is where I think either in January or in the summer we need to go and look for a backup goalkeeper. My preference would be Kelleher from Liverpool, the Irish international, but he will not want to come to a club where he's not going to guarantee first in football. But I think that's the beauty of it. You bring a player that's going to push Vicario, and you bring 2 goalkeepers fighting for that number 1 spot, and I think that is what you need. The back 4, look, we all know we're short on centre backs. We all know we're down to the bare bones in that centre back pairing. But I've gone with Alfie Dorrington. I've seen some lineups today with Basuma as centre back, which I think is absolutely ludicrous, absolutely suicidal. If Ange does that, then I think Ange will definitely get the sack. But he won't be doing that because he's a sensible manager and he knows what he's doing. So we've got Dorrington in the back 2 with Archie Gray, with Porro and Udogie filling out that back 4. I've gone through a midfield tree of Bergville, Basuma and James Maddison. I thought Bergville did very well when he came on against Nottingham Forest. At least tried to create something for Tottenham. Basuma's been hit and miss all season. I think some games he's been absolutely outstanding, and other games he's been woeful. James Maddison, for me, needs to turn up, needs to show why he should be put back into the English squad, because if he doesn't, he will not be going to the World Cup. I don't think he's turned up for Spurs some games this season. I think he thinks he's bigger than what he is, but he needs to remind himself he's a Tottenham Hotspur player. He needs to perform for Spurs. He needs to really put it into put the ball in the back of the net or start creating for Solanke. That's what he's been bought for. He needs to get his finger out of his arse and start doing his job. For the wingers, I've gone for Kulu and Sonny. For me, Kulu is a logical choice to put the right wing. Brennan Johnson was nowhere near good enough whatsoever against Nottingham Forest, so I don't think he deserves his start. He went hiding somewhere in the second half. He was hiding behind the Nottingham Forest defender, and Kulu couldn't even give him the ball because he was hiding. For me, it wasn't good enough, so he put Kulu there. But him and Kulu and Sonny as well, they ran ragged. Absolutely run ragged. I'm sorry about the noise in the background. If you could hear any clicking, I do apologise. But they've been run ragged, and you can't do that. You can't. This is the nature of the squad. This is the transfer window come to bite us back in the arse again, because we haven't got a squad big enough to cope with all the injuries that we've got. And then you got up front, of course, a player that I think deserves an awful lot of credit. He works extremely, extremely hard. Absolutely does his best up there. He runs himself ragged. It is, of course, Dom Solanke. He is leading the line. I'd love him to get a couple of goals tomorrow to end off 2024 on a high. Give them a bit of confidence going into the new year, going into that game on the 4th of January against Newcastle, where that is going to be a difficult game to play. So that is my 11. Look, guys, it is coming up to the transfer window as well. This is where we need to be proactive. This is where Tottenham need to be getting in the players. And I have a bit of early news. The first one is Tottenham have kept a close eye on Victor Raku, who impressed on loan at Real Betis. Spurs may open talks to see if the player is available in the coming weeks. Tottenham appear to be renewing their interest in Fiorentina's youthful star, Michael Kyogo, as well. The 20-year-old right back has been on Tottenham's radar for some time, but previous attempts to get him have been rarely unsuccessful. Spurs are weighing up now. Would they go in for him again? Will he come? Also, Skriniar has been made available for 29 million in the January transfer window. Tottenham and Arsenal are after him, so it's up to him where he wants to come. And also, reports have suggested that Archie Gray has impressed so much in that position, centre back, that Tottenham don't feel they've been pressured into going into the market to buy another defender. But that sort of slides into the face of getting Skriniar. But I think you have to go and get Skriniar. I think you do. I think you have been that experience and that balance of that back four that we desperately, desperately need. And also, Kulu Manu of PSG are open for a move. He's willing to move as well. It's a deal that should be easy to make. But Liverpool are also aware of his services, that they're also in for him. So it might be a straight shootout between Tottenham and Liverpool. Needs Ange to get on the phone to him, come to Tottenham, son. You know this is the best club to be. And look, and my quick words on Ange Postecoglou as well at the end of it. I said in my pre-match tonight that Ange, for me, I'll die on the Ange hill. I will die on that hill. I have axes, I have spears, I have arrows in my back on that Ange hill, and I am on my knees, but I will not give up on Ange Postecoglou. He will bring us to success. He's like Moses, he's leading us to the promised land, and we must follow him because he will lead us to success. There's no point in sacking another manager to bring another manager in to rinse and repeat again. Another project. I am sick of projects. I want to see Tottenham win something before my 50th birthday at least. I've been lucky. I've seen success. I've seen us win trophies. I've seen us win a European trophy. I've seen us win FA Cups. I've seen us win League Cups. I get it. There's fans out there who've only seen one League Cup. I get it also. There's fans out there who've never seen us win anything and seen the likes of Chelsea, Arsenal, Liverpool, Manchester United get ahead of us, win trophies. But there is a reason why they are winning trophies. There's a reason why they are being successful, because the ownership does. Whoever owns the football club is backing the manager to the hill. It's backing him with funds to buy the players. He wants to fulfill his philosophy, his system in the Tottenham line, in any club they're at. And we at Tottenham Hotspur don't have that luxury. We don't have an oil state behind us. We don't have this. It's not an excuse. We have an owner that is an investment, is an accountant. He has worked in an investment company. Investment companies, what they want to do? Investment companies want to make money. They want to make more money. They don't want to spend. So they spend very little. And that is a problem. We have spent very little. When Paratici was in charge as director of football, and I'll say this 1,000 times. When Paratici was involved, we spent the money wisely. We got players like Romero, Bacaro, Udogi, Porro, Basuma, Papa Sarr. We got proper players in to play proper positions. Lang's come in and he hasn't. What's he given us? Archie Gray and Burfield and Solanke. Look, Archie Gray's done brilliant. He is an 18-year-old. So is Burfield. They've both done very well. They've stood up and been counted during this injury crisis. Solanke's worked his arse up front. He really has. But we have to do better. Ange has to be back in January. My fear is if we don't beat Wolves tomorrow, we'll lose to Newcastle and we'll lose badly in the first semi-final, or don't get result against Hamsworth and don't beat them convincingly and lose to Liverpool in the League Cup first leg. lose that and make sure the second leg's non, that we can't get to Wembley. I do think Ange could be sacked. I don't want Ange to be sacked because I just think you've got to ride this storm out. You've got to ride it out. You've got to back the manager. You've got to back the players. And that's what we've got to do. Yes, have your gripes with the ownership. It should be them. Put the pressure on them. But let's back Ange and the boys. Do not put fire pressure because I am telling you, any team in the Premier League would have the same amount of injuries. We have 10 players out that no team, every team would struggle. Man City are struggling this year. And I just feel it's been one of those Premier League seasons. It's a weird, weird season. But let's get behind the boys. Let's finish 2024 on a high. I'm back tomorrow at half 2 on Team Talks. Back at 10 to 3 with the last watch along of the year. We're back on, I think, the 30th with a post-match show. We've got a New Year's Eve special show as well. On the New Year's Day, we are doing the members draw live. So pick up your memberships as well, guys. To get in that draw, to get a signed Paul Gascoigne Tottenham shirt, the shirt they wore in the 91 FA Cup final. It is properly done. It's not something we bought a Del Boy and Rodney Trotter off the back of a 3-wheeler van. It is 100% kosher, 100% guaranteed. It is properly done. It's got all the certificates with it. Come on, you Spurs. In Big Andrew Trust, we never stop. Let's end 2024 on a high. Thank you all for watching. Please like and subscribe.